got back from the gym, people ask me, sometimes they ask me, some people, like Marius, why don't you ever do all this work before you go to the gym? Because this is hard work, and I'd rather give whatever I got to the landscaping part and give after I work out than before. I give whatever I got to the weights and whatever else I need to do, I'll address that afterwards. I've always done it this way, and I always will. I work in the evenings on the lawn. I don't do it during the day, the early morning, never. So I got a weed eat over there, and then I got to start mowing. Why am I doing this with? You know. Weed over there by the embankment, whatever you want to call it. Beyond the wood, all the weeds there. Weed eat all in there. Call that an alcove. I don't know if you can see it. 721 to 747. And then all along the tree line, all in the island, in between the island, all the tree lines in the islands is a big mess. And even here, now I gotta mow as much as I can in the next 25 minutes. This is a lot of mature landscaping to take care of. I put in at least well over 30 hours, probably 35 hours if you would start at 12 o'clock midnight. And you'd be working well into the next day straight. That's how much time I put into it, and still got mulch to put down later on. Not today, at a later date after some trees get cut down. It's a lot. That's why I have to race home after the gym. You got time to fart around, son? Daughter? Why am I doing this, you ask? You know. To me, weed eating, I mowed all this. I mowed practically, I still have this area to do right here, which is not much, but I mowed all this, MK, all this in 26 minutes, and the entire left side of the backyard. And on top of that, I mowed this. This is in 26 minutes. I'm a one-man show. I'm 55 years old. Yet these landscaping outfits, they come over here, they want to give the estimate, and they'll say, okay, we'll be here tomorrow. And then they don't show up, or they do show up and never come back again, because with their crew of 5 or 4 people, strapping young lads in their 20s, they can't handle this work. Now, I am doing it in dribs and drabs because I don't have all day. I'm not going to spend 8 hours straight on this. I have to stagger it, you know. I have to spread my energy evenly with different tasks at hand. Okay, but this was all thick. I mowed all this, mowed part of that, not all of that. I'm gonna get to that later. Mowed some in here, but all between the islands. I also weed and mowed whatever I missed, and all that side. So yeah, weed eating in about an hour straight. A weed eating and a mowing to make this property look great again after this crappy ass long winter. Oh, the branches that I had to pick up last week. It's unbelievable. But why do I do this? And why must you do this? Because your property is your investment. It's a reflection on you. If you run your property and your home into the ground, it depreciates in value. Then also your neighbor's property starts depreciating in value, which means you're not only disrespecting yourself and whoever the family members you got, and if you have kids, you're neglecting them because you're providing a shitty, horrible environment for them that should be condemned. When you bought it, it was a perfectly nice place. And you ran it into the ground. People like you don't deserve homes. You deserve to be homeless, to be honest with you, because you're pigs and you don't give a damn about nothing. Parking your cars on the lawn, your humpties on cinder blocks, disgusting. Yard toys everywhere, stupid trampoline in the front yard like you're sporting it like it's decoration. It's disgusting what I see. So I do all this because, well, quite frankly, I like where I live, and I take pride in, I mowed this yesterday and weed. I take pride in where I live, you know? Constant traffic on a dead street. I put the mulch down here. I cut this pampas grass. Different times, but I still did it. I just weed eat a little bit in the island. I don't want it, you go in certain neighborhoods, one neighborhood in particular I'm talking about, instead of them manicuring the lawn, instead of them making it look nice in their little oasis, they park on the lawn, weeds everywhere, trash everywhere, garbage everywhere, friggin' ugly beat up furniture on the front porch, and it's disgusting. It's a hellhole. God knows what your inside of your homes look like, if that's the way your outside looks like. And I wouldn't want to associate with people like you, because you're stupid, you're pigs, you're slob, you're low IQ. And I don't even know if you're human, because a human being should know better than to live like that. It's ridiculous. Why is Ma cutting the bushes that I normally would cut if I had more time? And I probably will tomorrow, or whatever she was getting.
In about a week.
I'm
getting all the wild stuff that's
I could get that tomorrow, but why do this? Why not just let it grow up high and wild and all that? Why not?
Because I'm not a high and wild. I don't get high, and I'm not a wild person. I like everything in order.
Yeah.
Because order means beauty. And beauty means it shows your personality and what type of a person you are when you keep things neat and clean.
That's right.
And in order, and
That's
you
right.
try to beautify your investment.
That's right.
Now, even if you rent, when I rent,
constant traffic on a dead end street,
when
constant.
I rent,
yeah.
You still do the same thing. There's no excuse.
No excuse.
You see this?
Yeah.
You can buy them for $10, $10 to $15 brand new. Or you get them used for $7.
That's it. That's it. What it is people that live in places like Peachtree Landing, they're lazy. Don't tell me you're working so hard.
Poplar Road used to be the same way.
Poplar Road used to be that way, but then they changed. The gentrifying, making it look better. There's no reason to live like a damn pig. All right? It's disgusting. It's lazy.
How old are you?
Huh? You're 76.
Yeah. What is that?
I don't know.
That can't be the sword.
So the reason why we do this is because we don't want our property to look like Peachtree Landing.